Okay, so right here our render is finished. It took over 3 hours. We're going to save inside the Photoshop. So right here we'll start working. A couple of things I want to do first. I want to add a line, and I want to also, just as example, take and bend this pole. So we can do a couple of ways. I want to do actually create new layer and combine them. So we won't do non-destructive, we will do what I call destructive way to do it. And reason why, so you can use maybe the other applications similar to Photoshop, where you can kind of repeating maybe in Painter or other ones. So right here I select it. We'll go to transform, going to warp this, and I'm going just slightly bending right here. So kind of a banded pole. Let's create new layer. We have it, take a line tool, and I'm just going to fill with a black color, very small one, and from top we'll just go directly to the map. Okay, let's go to rasterize this layer, and we'll set, maybe about, sorry, maybe 4. So when we zoom out, you kind of can see it's something there, but not that obvious. Okay, next let's work on a waterline and this area. What I want to do right here is add some waves. Not very dramatic waves, but doing this we're going to use it brushes, and I will use it Photoshop brush. You can use it different type, free downloadable on the internet. I'm just going to use Ron's waterline brushes, and you can see some of them kind of very nice, and I do recommend, if you work with the Photoshop more, to have those. So that's they're creating very nice effect right here. So we can take those brushes and use them. Some creating good effects. Okay, so like right here, for example, I want to create a little bit more wider. Creating with bubbles. Okay, so let's look. Okay, and again, we can just click and you can preview. So it look very nice, wavy. So I'm going to just add a little bit more right here. To create almost look like some fish still be there bubbling. Okay, let me go and maybe add something right here. Okay, as well we can add one more wave. Okay, let's make a little bit darker, and let's select something else. So right here, and I'm going to pick the color, maybe darker. Let's look for some other. Okay, yeah, this will work. So I'll just add little bit more waving. Okay, maybe scale. Okay, let's make it wider. And same, reduce size slightly, so you can see kind of just touch ups. So we have it look somewhat waving right there, like waves going on edge. Okay. As long as we work with the brushes, we can touch up on the skies, and I do like same in Photoshop. You can enhance by going and select clouds, and from some other tutorials we have it link for all those clouds, so you can find them, or just example so you can see the kind of interesting clouds you can apply it. And I'm just going to select color, smaller, just add a little bit more details with the clouds. Okay, we have it right here. I'll just add more, maybe go ahead, select something darker. Or actually, let's take picker and go select this color, bring it a bit more down, and again select different brush. Okay, you can see kind of adding a little bit more to the texture of the clouds. It's not necessary, but it's another enhancement. You can also kind of add maybe to add more details. Okay, so right here we're creating, sure, we add a little bit of the clouds. Let's work a little bit on the colors and details. I'll say again, because I'm using as destructive, so I will copy this, merge them together. You can see right here we applied. Next I'm going to apply details, and one details what I'm going to do is for the details inside, not edge, because this is all series of tutorials will kind of orientate more on illustrations on how to do this, for maybe if you create self-published book or other ways, so you can create your illustrations easy that way. So some options what we're using in tutorial, it is to create effect. By the way, I did create layers, group them, set overlay, want to set a vivid light, and I inverse. And next what I'm going to do, it is, okay, let me bring it closer. I'm going to blur and select surface blur, so you already see how it is bring those details. We can go, let's say threshold 6, a little bit slower. We can pop up to 12, but it will be even grainy more so let's bring down a little bit grain. And radius, if we're going higher, it will bring bigger, and again if we're going smaller, it's a little more defined kind of. That's probably what I'm going to do, just set this way. Right here till we're working on the, again let me select, merge them together till we work right here. I want kind of fix up, and this is details. Normally I will take a little bit time just to go, maybe create a little bit better looking seams. I'll just cover them a little bit. Okay, let's go right here. This grain, what currently you can kind of see, it's we can remove this by increasing render time, because this is grain. It's come up from fog when we increase in case. But again, this is for the tutorial. It took already over 3 hours, so I don't want to extend longer. But if you do for the print and want to remove it, I recommend put on higher quality and run maybe like 24 hours, so till you have a very nice and smooth image. Okay, so we'll done this one. Let's now actually right here I want to fix a little bit and move on this bottom. Okay, and just touches, so it's look a little bit like it's messy kind of. Okay, next let's add some sharpness with a high pass. So we'll go filter, other, and we'll go just select high pass 0. Probably just fine, and we'll do overlay. So right here we have something when we select it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is select gray color. Okay, and we're going to our sharpness map. When we select it, and we can just paint. So we'll just remove sharpness from that one. Okay, okay, other things, let's go, you know what, used also cloning tool to clean up if something else pop up. So okay, so we'll go select clean up here. Let's clean up a little bit. Okay, so we'll, okay, I think this is, yeah, this is clean up well. Okay, next we can again, let's just duplicate one more layer, and what we're going to do is to reduce, actually going filter, noise, and we'll go to reduction, noise reduction, and you can see amount if we applied, so it will take some of this grain right here away. Okay, and right here the grain will be gone. So we'll do this way, just reduce a little bit of the noise. Okay, we'll have sharpness applied to us. So let's copy this. Another things we can do as well, it is run through the filter forge for the tone adjustments. If you don't like this, we can go inside the levels and do same things with coloring. For example, I think I want to bring a little bit even higher contrast to this. So let me try it when going to filter forge. Again, this is kind of experimental. What I'm doing, just trying one way, see if it's work for me. If it doesn't work, and see. So example right here, I think preset. I think I like this one, standard preset, so I'll use that one. Okay, take a second till it's applied. Okay, we can go to see how well it's merged. Actually, I like overall. Maybe just even play a little bit more with color adjustments. So we'll go on color balance, and yeah, right here it's kind of nice when it's going a little bit more in a red color, I think. So we can apply it. Okay, this way, and let's do filter, sharpness. Let's run unsharp mask for this as well. And we can go from total crazy kind of sharpness, maybe just a little bit moderate. So again, I'm going more for kind of illustration, try to create almost like it's a pencil outlines. Some right here areas we have it quite a bit noise. Adjustments, I'll look on those ones. Okay, so I think this is kind of already become quite a bit interesting. Let's create another things. We'll create one more layer. Eclipse. So I'm selecting we'll select inverse this. So now we select outside and we're going to fill with the black. Okay, we'll go with filter, blur it, and we'll use it. So we'll blur it just right here on the edges. Okay, now let's set this to the soft light. So you can see right, it's just a little bit darker on the edges. So give it a little bit more concentration to the top. The fish is look a little bit more distorted. So what other things can be done very nicely to this? If we go inside the view, we can go ahead and just literally hide everything. Okay. So we can hide and just render fish itself. Okay, well, we can do this, or let's just see the water is hidden. So I'm going to select render area and I'm just going to select the fish and render itself. Okay, let's take a second. So this is render, maybe take a few minutes. So I'm going to pause for a second and come back when the render is done. Actually, I noticed right here we have some renders. So let me put the ground away. Okay, it's better. Okay, I'll go to re-render that area. So it should actually gone quite a bit fast because not so much to render. But what I'm going for this texture of the fish that I will copy and apply over other fish in Photoshop, so we can bring a little bit more details of the texture. Okay, so right here, almost done rendering. So let's go save this. Okay, right here, trees take a little bit longer to render, but this is scale. That's what I'm going for, this texture. Okay, so it's done. Let's go ahead and save it and reopen inside Photoshop. Okay, so right here we'll go channels, select our fish, copy, paste. Okay, just place somewhere like this. Again, you can see it's distortion inside the water. So we'll go to kind of a little bit of scale to fit. Okay, right here, let's go to, so take this below, and we can apply, let me look on overlay. So you can see with overlay, we kind of bring a little bit more visible this fish. Okay. So I think this one kind of look more interesting. We can match with the color to the blue. So let's go to image adjustment. We'll go to brightness contrast. Just take contrast down. See on the brightness. And let's adjust some colors for this as well. Okay, again, just bring a bit more details to our fish. Okay, something right here, maybe. Fix it with brush and oops. Okay, yeah, we'll create and just readjust a little bit with mask. So just on top. Going end of the fins, so the little bit better distortion was before. And then again, I'm just going a little bit rough, and I will use it Gaussian blur again. So let's go to filter, blur. Okay, this is our blur. So we kind of a little bit more, I think it's better fish, more details, so we can see a little bit better that fish. Okay, so at this point I'm going to just merge this together. Okay, we can try go, let's see if we can with the curves. Sometimes I like to see what the curves just bring a little bit more contrast in this area. Kind of more saturations almost. Okay, and maybe again let's look at the vibrance pop up. Okay, reset to 0. Just again, just looking which one is look more interesting this way. And again, this is, you can see original and how we brought a little bit better details. Okay, it's from render, and this one with our small modifications. And this is quite a bit large size. We have it right here, how say pixelizations, noise, and that noise, by increasing render quality, we can actually get rid of quite a bit by doing that. But for this tutorial, this should be work just fine. The next thing, sometimes what I like to do, it is take a dodge tool and just apply, like right here, for example, with some brighter area. I don't want to bring some attentions. Maybe, you know, some areas around here. Add a little bit more again to the corners. We applied already masking, so it's already darker, but okay, if it's too much, maybe I can reduce. Here we can apply some gradients, maybe try that one, but overall you can see even just, you know, applying the corners will give it better concentration to that. Okay, so let me try maybe go ahead and create a little bit darker right here, this area, a little bit shadows. To do this, I'm just going to image adjust, and we'll go to the take a brightness, to that area. It's what I'm looking for. Okay, we'll go next, create a mask. We'll go make a black mask. Let's go take a white. It's where we want to display it. So I'm going to just as experiment, so we'll see. So right here, I kind of like this gradient. So let me go select by the color probably, and we'll apply that mask width based on the color. So again, I was experimenting with this. We'll create a mask. We'll select by color range. Okay. Oops. Okay, right here. Okay, so we'll go and over here, Control I to inverse, and let's blur this out. So filter, blur, occasional blur. Okay. It's a little bit kind of darker, creating some of those areas. Create a bit more deeper, I think, colors. Okay. Okay, so right here we created a new image, and I hope you pick up a couple tips how to create it. Tutorial is quite a bit long tutorials, and I hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you for visiting. And remember, come on our website is www.geekatplay.com.